den, it's the 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 den.
Hello guys, welcome back to the DM's talk show. So I want to preface this episode by saying that we are a sex positive platform. So recently a friend of mine came to me talking about how her partner has a kink that she's not very comfortable with. So I wanted to ask everybody how they feel about kink shaming and how they view sexual compatibility in the relationship. Is it important? Is it not? How does everybody feel?
Okay. Just for clarity, I like to be clear from the offset here. But we are not. But we are a sex positive platform. Can you just clarify that for our viewers, please?
I mean that for everybody, especially our viewers, who have different sexual backgrounds, whether you are asexual, very sexual, whatever your sexual orientation is, we are all welcome to it and we're very supportive of it. That's what I mean.
Thank you. Now go on.
Yeah, that was my question. How important is sexual compatibility in a relationship? Do you think it has the power to make or break a relationship?
That's interesting. And why do I find it interesting in particular? I'm gonna look at it in the Christian society light, yeah, whereby they say no sex before marriage, and you basically diving in, you're flying in blind, yeah, you don't know what you're getting into, yeah. So you get married to your person and you find, boom, we're not sexually compatible. This is after the big
But how would you know if you haven't had sex before?
That's okay. Relax, let me say this, right?
Okay.
No sex before marriage, right, as we are taught, or at least how I was taught, right? So, you get married to your person. You get married to your person. You have practiced this, you've abstained from sex, right? Then, the next thing, you are married. On the big day, the honeymoon, or maybe not on that day, but maybe 3-4 months down the line, you realize that you're not compatible with your person. Then
how would you know? You have nothing to compare it to. What does that mean?
Okay. When you're not compatible, compatible, right? Okay, so you find that maybe your person does not fancy it as much as you do. They don't enjoy it as much as you do. After you are already married, right? Then how then do you handle that situation? Because see, we are taught no sex before marriage, no sex before marriage. So from a Christian perspective, it's rather interesting to hear what our elders think about that. I'm just commenting that it's interesting.
Do you think I think grounds to divorce?
From a legal perspective, I'm sorry to bring this right. I'm gonna say right. From a legal perspective, yes, it's a ground to seek. But you asked me for my opinion. Yeah, so this forms my opinion as well. Okay. So from a legal perspective, yeah, it's grounds to seek divorce. You can actually seek divorce on that basis. Yeah. So so me as a person, yeah, I think it can actually lead to a breakdown of a marriage or relationship. Why do I say that? Because if the other person is not happy and this other person is not improving, see, I think the important thing there is to communicate. But after every card has been played and there's still no improvement, it's interesting.
For me, after listening to Jack, I actually think those who say rules are meant to be broken are right. Why? Because if they say no sex before marriage, then you go get married thinking this marriage will last. At the end of the day, your marriage is broken by you not performing when it comes to sex. That means, come on, just have sex before marriage so that whenever you get there,
you can figure it out.
You can be at least better than someone who doesn't know shit so that your marriage will last. So rules are meant to be broken. That's my point.
Well, you want to say something on that?
Yeah, it's just, I suppose it's sex before marriage is more like you get a practice run. You meet different people, you learn different things, so you get better at sex.
Thank you.
Let me finish.
So I couldn't control myself.
Right. So you get better at sex because you're much more comfortable. You know exactly what you like.
Yes. Yeah.
You got the moves to go to, and you know what works for most people that you're dealing with, right? But then that's also against sex only after you're married, which also has positives that we cannot overlook. Which is one, it's most likely safer as well. But also there's this thing of you haven't had sex before, so that is your first experience for both parties. So if the other one doesn't like it, it's something you can communicate and work on. But the advantage of both of you being bad at it together for the first time is almost comforting.
Yeah.
You almost grow together and...
Okay, here's the thing. I'm not talking about sex after marriage or before marriage or whatever. I'm talking about sexual kinks, right? So
Fetish.
yes, fetishes and all these things like sexual compatibility. Where are you comfortable going that far with somebody? So let's say you're in a relationship, it's committed and everything is working out, right? Like it's all good. But there's this part of your partner where they like being slapped, or they like being tied up, or they like being peed on, like whatever, like something really gratuitous. So like as a person, let's say for me, I'm against domestic violence, but this person can only get an orgasm when they're slapped during sex. Like you can only take them that far only when you do this thing that's against your beliefs. So do you think a relationship with that person would work? Because at the end of the day, it is only in the heat of the moment. Like it's only in specific times and it's not always. Do you think that a relationship with that person can work?
I find the timing of this topic very intriguing to me. Why? Because someone dearly once said to me, the desires that we suppress eventually become depression. Yeah. So I find it interesting because if there's that part to you that's thirsty for that kind of action, yeah, that's who you are. It's inherent. That's who you are. If you are to deprive yourself of that, it creates a void inside you, and the void will only continue to grow bigger. And if it's not communicated, the other party is unaware, then that's when you are tempted to step outside the relationship to satisfy that void. So I think the moment you realize that you have some things that you want to try or you feel strongly about, yeah, you should communicate it to your partner. But I think when you're still dating, right, you kind of talk about this, you kind of have an idea what you are getting yourself into, you know. I don't know about you, but like I like see when I'm getting to know someone, I throw all these kind of things just to test, just to see how open-minded you are as a person. But I should also say there are some things that are just out of this world, like the Dubai thing. I'm not going to get into it. But
you can't bring it up and not get into it. Well, what's the Dubai thing?
Well, there's a notion that in Dubai people are being
shut on.
Yeah, you know, and some people like that. But for me, I can't comprehend that. So if we are in a relationship and you ask me to do that,
are you leaving then?
I am, because one thing that I know is if I can't fulfill that, if I can't live up to it, I'm just gonna put you in a position where you have to be unfaithful. So we better call it. It's either we call it quits or you drop it. But chances of you dropping it are slim.
Let me ask you this. Sorry, can I ask you?
Okay.
Yeah.
So say you've been married for 10 years.
Yeah.
You have 3 kids together.
Yeah.
It's your wife, you love her.
Yeah.
But then on your 11th year anniversary,
yeah,
she says, do you know what? I've been holding this in for the past 15 years we've known each other.
Yeah.
Could you do this one solid for me? And by solid, she means take a dump on her chest.
Okay.
Would you do it?
Okay. So
Like you built something.
together.
bigger
Yeah, I
than
understand what you say.
Or are you
So-
living here with the kids because
Okay,
you
so-
couldn't?
Okay, so that's interesting because I'm actually, it's a point of reflection to me as well, yeah? So I'm just thinking, Kuti, if for 10 years you've been holding this thing, do I really know you as a person?
No.
Okay.
Do I really know you as a person? So, again, the flip side to that is, as people, we grow. You see? So if it's something that you're saying to me, oh, I was reading about this, or I saw this, or my friend said this, and I would want to try it, perhaps you have a ground, you have a leg to stand on. But if you were to come to me after 10 years and say, I've been holding this in, the question is, what else are you still holding in? Do I even know you as a person?
But what
That's
if
my
it's just
position.
that one thing?
But okay, the question is, that's the argument of floodgates. What else is it that you're holding? Because it took you 10 years to open up to this. So
Can I
Because the
ask you
person
something,
knew.
please?
Yeah.
Because
Can I ask just one question, please? Like, as Jake said, that some people were raised to, like, they were told that no sex before marriage, or that's what parents say, no sex before marriage. Like, there's this thing of squirting,
Okay.
right? So,
can you
no-
enlighten us?
okay.
No,
You will. Okay. Squirt.
What?
no, continue.
Okay.
Continue.
So here's the thing. Most guys, I believe, most guys, they don't know what's squirting, and once they meet a woman who squirts, they'll be like,
Yeah.
and that thing,
Translated, what does that mean?
squirting,
Pee
it
on the
means
bed.
you pee on the bed.
Oh.
Like that thing, you don't know nothing about it. You are new to sex. That woman, the only way she can come is to squirt. The only way that woman enjoys sex is to squirt. You are new to this thing, and that woman squirts, and you be like, no, I can't be with someone who pees on the bed. Not knowing that that person.
It's just biologically how they are.
So is it then a
can I say
failed
something there?
system of like sexual education
Can I say something?
and
Exactly.
not
it
being
is.
honest?
Can I
with-
say something
Yeah,
there?
I think
when it comes
it is.
to, because I feel like that's not really anybody's fault. Because if
Yeah.
the guy is the first time he's seeing this, he
Yeah,
doesn't
but
know what
okay,
it is.
Okay, can I say something
So-
there?
Please do.
See, it things like that see why we
Sorry.
have to abstain until we are of age. Yeah, by of age I mean up until to a certain level where we understand things. You see, because if I'm to put it in other words, why would you play a game that you don't understand?
No, but here's the
rules
thing.
to?
You
Let me
can't
finish.
understand
Let me finish.
everything. You can't
Let-
understand everything.
Let me finish, right?
Megan.
But if your partner behaves like that, before you say I can't be, see that's just ignorance, right? So you should engage this person, okay, and you see you educate yourself as well. What does this before you come on to someone, and you as a person, if you have done it before, and you see you should before you get into see people don't like surprises, especially in bed, So I think anyway. So I think you should just talk to a person. That's why I think sex is for mature people. It's not for kids. It's not for boys. Like what you said the
How
other-
old is mature?
Well, you cannot measure maturity with age. Some people are matured at 16, some at 35, some at 45. But sex is for mature people.
Okay, Victor, you want to say something?
Hallelujah.
The other time I was speaking, the time I was speaking, you say, no, not him, the other guy. He said, he said, I'm a pastor, however.
Okay, yeah.
Thing is, what I'm trying to say when it comes to sex, is I as a Christian, I'm going with you and I agree with you. And as a person who came to develop in life, where I realized that, listen here, that most of the time is sex before marriage. What are you saying to people that has never had the opportunity and has been violated before even they were married? So that's the one thing we have to keep in point. Sex before marriage, for you, for me, as a Christian. And by that time, sex has nothing to do with sex before marriage. Because you've been violated on your own, probably you've been raped as a child.
Yeah.
And the fact that even we pull faces and when we talk about this is a reality that happens every day in our houses. and that's what I think. That's what I think we have the problem because we don't want to talk about taboo conversations. So religion and this one is out of the way, sex before marriage.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have a choice, but they were violated. So that's one point. And what about people that literally, sex has not been created by you creating a relation. That's why Jesus, even in the Bible, or the Bible said that, listen here, after the bedroom, whatever you guys do, it's okay.
Yeah, but
so even if the woman is squatting or nothing, the thing is you need to learn your partner rather than learning yourself, or rather than listening your religion.
So okay.
That's what I'm coming to say. It's more about your partner that you get connected to rather than the person, because
Victor,
when it comes to sex.
Let's say you've connected to somebody, right? Like you've done the prerequisites, whatever. You've connected to this person and everything. You feel like you know them, and then you find out that there's this part of them that you don't know that's really dark, where they want to be tied up, they want to be slapped, they want to be all these things during sex in order to get them off. Do you, as you, Victor, like having your own limits and everything, are you able to continue with that person who you've felt like you've connected with on a very deep level? Are you able to continue with that person?
That's actually exactly what I was saying. I said,
no, actually,
when you meet...
Can I say something?
No,
I need to answer.
I
need to answer this one. Because I said, the fact that you're actually going into him in that personal level, you needed to meet him before. Sex is part of a relationship. It's not the beginning of a relationship. Stop that. Stop acting like sex is the beginning of a relationship.
Okay.
Victor.
Wait, let me
finish.
Sex hasn't started with the relationship. At the beginning, if we get this out of the way, firstly, or when we're in the relationship, that's why I always talk about, when you meet somebody, talk about who you are. And that's the problem. That's why we have surprises here, because we didn't talk about the surprises here. That's my problem. Okay. If you talk about it in the first place, who you are as a human being, I know it's not evident.
Yeah.
So that's why my problem is, why are we talking about it now there and we didn't talk about it here?
Okay, can I say something?
What if I didn't know?
Can I say something here, please, Victor?
I think wait, before you come in, she asked
He's
something.
asking a question.
No, she asked something before you, like, what if they didn't know, right? That's, you see,
she said it.
No, I said that.
Okay.
Yeah. So if they didn't know, that's what I was saying. See, if it's something that's coming to you as you are growing, yeah, then perhaps personally I might be open to, depending on how it is and how dark it is, yeah. I might be open with it, but if
why
it's
you calling
something
it dark?
No, because it is
sexuality
She
doesn't
said
have to
it.
be dark.
She said
Okay, that's true. That's true.
if it's too strong, okay, for me, right?
Yeah.
For you it's dark. That doesn't mean it's dark.
Yeah, but can I make my point, yeah? So if it's something that you have always known and you intentionally, right, withheld it, yeah, then I have a problem, because the question is, what else are you keeping from me? Because I've been in a relationship.
That's the thing. Then you
Victor, can I finish?
Okay. Cool. Sorry.
So the thing is, I have been in a relationship with a version, an altered version of you, because I thought I knew you, and I'm only realizing there's a certain part of you that I know nothing about. So that's the problem, because especially if I'm opening up to you and you know everything about me, and these things that you're hiding, that can break a relationship, because my confidence, my trust in you is gonna be gone.
Can I say one point?
Because he said, Victor, can I finish?
Victor,
I wanted to answer.
Victor, I want her to say, because she's been wanting to.
Just one point, please. Okay, sorry, I will just stick on one thing, which is squirting. I'm sorry. Till the end. But the thing is, Jack said lack of performance can lead to marriage, divorce, whatsoever, right?
Competence, to be precise.
Yeah. So, what I'm saying is, you don't know nothing about sex.
Oh, is it me, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know nothing about sex, right?
Okay.
Your woman knows nothing about sex. Then that same woman comes to you, you do sex, whatsoever, then she squirts. First time you be like, what happened? That woman, she squirts for the first time and says you're not comfortable with it. Like you're surprised about it, that why did you wee on the bed? Because with guys, they always ask, did you just wee on the bed to get it? Because squirting is more like wee. It wets the bed.
I don't know who you've been with, but I don't ask.
Okay, whoever has what I'm saying is, you don't ask because you got knowledge about it. Some people, they know nothing about squirting.
Yeah.
So that's why I say
Virgin.
you are new to it. You are a virgin.
Okay.
To you, it's we.
So can I answer
Wait,
that?
I'm not done yet. So then the woman says that you're not comfortable. Then she keeps it in, because as women we can hold it in. 3 years to come, then the woman will be like, Jack, come on, can I be free? Give it to me so that I can squirt. Will you be offended? Will you be 541st because she's been holding that? She has not came for how long? She's scared.
So there are two parts to your question, yeah. So the first part I want to address is we are both new to this, right? So in as much as I might have expectations, I am aware that I don't know this. So I'm uncomfortable because this is new terrain to me, right? So I'm not sure how you're going to react, because I might have expectations in my head, right? But I'm aware that this is new grounds, right? So I'm open to anything because this is my first time, yeah? So however you're going to do, I don't know. The thing that I might do, I'm sure, like in the, sorry to go back to this, but in the Christian society, when you're about to get married and when you're just newly married, you have people who are counseling you, in telling you about sex. So if I have say my mentor, somebody who I'm comfortable with, right? Then I go to them. Oh, we did this. This is what my woman did. Yeah, you know when there's this thing, I'm forgetting the name now. Before you get married, is it a boys bachelor's party? Yeah, they talk about things like this. Yeah, so you are told about things like this. You know, because you're now being prepared to venture onto this new journey. So you're not prepared, yeah? So if something was left out and I experience it, I can suppose he's my mentor, right? Or my elder, I can go back to them. Oh, I did 1, 2, 3, and my woman did this. And just be like, oh, yeah, some women do that. It's nothing new. It just means that she had climaxed, right? Going back, that's why I said sex is for mature people. But if you are a boy, if you are an 18-year boy or a 16, you are staying in your mama's bed and she comes, she does that, and you're like, oh, flip. You're going to be traumatized. Boys going to, how am I going to take the blankets out? But if you are doing it for the right reasons and at the right time, there is nothing out of the way, because you can talk about it. He's going to tell me some women behave like that. It's okay. Go on.
Do you want to talk, or should I talk?
No, you can.
Okay, Jack, this is thing that you brought up about discovering a person's kink, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, there's certain instances where you might be open to it, like after you've known them for years and stuff, where you might be open to it if it's something they just discovered and they're like, oh, I want to try this, maybe it's for me. But here's the thing, in the context of you saying that you're a Christian and like you're not open to marriage, sex before marriage and all these things, in that context where you marry someone, let's say they are a virgin, I don't care, but they know that they have this kink for these 10 years that you've known them. They know that this thing is something that I have inside of me, but due to the society that I was indoctrinated into, I cannot talk to you about it. But at some point they get whether it's the urge or the courage to speak up about it, and they're like, you know what, Jack, there's something you don't know about me. It's this. I like being shat on, or I like being spanked, or whatever it is. It's not that that person was being dishonest with you, but they knew what the consequences might be if they spoke to you about it, because you are conservative. So in that instance, do you just cut them off because
okay, can I
holding this in?
Can I answer that? Victor, the question was directed to me.
Take your time.
Yeah. So here's the thing, yeah. So if I'm in a relationship with someone, right, my union with you is bigger than any doctrine.
You say
let me finish. Yeah, let me finish. I'm only starting. Easy on me. right? Our union, if I'm with you, Wongo, right? Just me and you, right? Our union should be bigger than any doctrine, right? If I'm to question the doctrine, I should be able to discuss it with you. Yeah, this says this, but what do you think?
Okay, after 10
just
years
me and you.
too.
Yeah, because we have to grow together, right? So there are some things. See, if we are to get married now, right? The way we will see the world in 2 years' time is totally different.
Okay,
right?
but it's taken me 10 years to grow to that point where I'm able to question.
Then,
now what?
Right. So if it has taken you 10 years, and I've always thought I know you, right? And now you're saying, I've always wanted this. I've been holding this in, yeah? Then I ask myself, this is only me now, yeah? If this person for 10 years was me when I'm with someone, I open up because I want to know what I'm dealing with. So if you've been holding it for 10 years, and now you're coming up, for all these 10 years, I've always wanted this. You know what I'm going to be thinking? From day one up until now, when I thought I did my best, you were just looking at me and if only you knew, if only you did 1, 2, 3. So it speaks to your character and it ruins. Listen, it bruises my ego because I'm gonna revisit. So it's like this, yeah.
I understand that.
Let me put it
from the flip side of that person where they have to have been holding this. It's like somebody who's hiding their sexuality. They have been having to hold this in for so long.
I understand
Do
that.
you not look at it from their perspective like, okay, I can try because you are worthy of this. For 10 years, you've been keeping this pretense. But now, I can try for you.
So I'm progressing on this basis here. I'm progressing on the basis that for me to get married to you, I should be confident that I know what you like as a person, right? Except for those things that you develop as we are together, yeah? Like, I tried this at work, let's try this. But if something that from day one,
Let's get Victor
let me finish.
Yeah, can I wrap this up a little bit?
It bruises a man's ego.
Okay, but something is bigger than your ego. A relationship is bigger than your ego.
You were supposed to tell me from day one because I want to look like a fool.
Victor, what you say? Let's wrap this up a little bit.
So this is going to be very fast. However, I don't think that you won't get it. It's at this stage as a Christian, because you're coming from just one religion, it's not going to work at this stage, because Christians have their beliefs, and I'm a Christian, I'm talking like you. I have my belief in a certain stage. But what she's trying to say that, what if I don't? And you still come with it. And what if they really do and they come into our circle? What are we doing as Christians? They're supposed to love them. No, I'm just saying, can I just finish?
Yeah.
Okay. The same way with any other religion. They will deal with the same question that we're dealing with, because she is a woman and she has a body and she's feeling it. There's nothing we can do about it.
But Victor, you are Christian, right?
Yeah.
There's this notion in the Bible, right? If you're not equally yoked, don't marry. Something like that. I'm sorry, I can't think of it.
How can you
Let me finish.
Before marriage,
Let me finish. They are talking about your faith in this context. So if I'm Christian and I go and marry someone,
you think Christians don't like what you like?
Can I finish?
Or what I like?
If I'm Christian, right, and I go and marry someone who's a non-believer, right, I should be open, right, to go into her world.
What if I don't?
So wait, Victor, can I finish? How can we have a conversation when I can't finish?
Okay, sorry.
So I should be open to go into her world and vice versa. But if we are equally yoked, yeah, we have the same expectations. If we are to grow out of it or grow into something, we do it together. But if I'm to go and get someone from a different culture and different background, then I should be open enough from the outset.
Yeah, can I answer this?
Okay, no, sorry. Wait,
please, I beg you.
So wait. So Jack, what you're saying is,
as a man, I want
for you want. Okay, you are willing to accept somebody's kinks, however deep or dark they are. I know dark isn't a good word, but dark they are. That as long as they've grown into them while they're with you, you're willing to try it or accept it. Yeah, as long as they weren't hiding it.
Yeah, it's a process. It's a process of growing together. Yeah. But if you've been holding it from me,
then
nah.
Okay. So, wait. Sorry. How do you feel, Keith? To conclude,
as someone who's still saving themselves for marriage, I'm learning quite a lot, and I appreciate it. So, thank you guys. You've opened my eyes to a new world.
Can I just finish this one?
But what do you think?
Also, out of interest, what is the kink that your
Whatever
friend
it may
has?
be, whatever you think is really dark for you, where you're like, oh, I don't know about that.
Okay.
People should get educated when it comes to sex about everything. Don't shy away. Just learn everything when it comes to sex. Whether you are a virgin, you have had sex your whole life since whenever. Just get educated so that it won't affect you along the
I
way.
completely agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my conclusion.
She literally took whatever I wanted to say out of my mouth.
Okay, that's all right. So
we need education rather than dictation
Okay.
Okay.
of religion.
All right. That's it's been the DM show. Thank you guys for joining us. See you next time. Bye.
It's the den. 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 It's the den.